Yo there guys, this is Cobrak and welcome to the latest batch of updates to hit the beta. There haven't been a ton of changes, but there are a few interesting ones to take note of, so let's just get right into it, starting with the gear. First off, the Gladiator gear now has its real skin, and I think that it looks pretty awesome, at least considering that this is the first PvP set of the Warlords of Draenor seasons. I really like it. Now moving on to the set bonuses, you can see that our 2 set bonus still reduces our Chaos Bolt's cast time by 50% when our Immolate is dispelled, so that's looking nice. Our 4 set on the other hand has been changed up a bit. Instead of it making our Conflagrate build 3 more charges of Backdraft, it now reduces the cooldown of Conflag by 3 seconds, giving our Conflagrate a 9-second recharge time. I actually really like this. I think that it is awesome as destruction spec. We've lost so many instant casts, and having Conflag on a 9-second cooldown is just going to help out so much with mobility and our ability to deal damage while being mongoed upon by melees. I think we still need a bit more. I'm still really missing Backlash, for example, but it is a pretty big buff, and I was kind of surprised that it came in the form of a set bonus. The next change, which is a slight nerf I think, is to the destruction only level 15 talent Searing Flames. This talent still buffs the healing of our Ember taps by 50%, however instead of also reducing their Ember cost by half, it now causes 50% of the Ember cost to be refunded once the Ember tap has been used. This means that you need at least 1 full Ember to cast an Ember tap, and then once you've cast it you will instantly regenerate half of an Ember. The only reason I call this a slight nerf is because with the old version you were able to cast an Ember tap with only half of an Ember, and with this version you do need at least 1 full Ember, so if you find yourself Ember starved or being abused by melees, this talent isn't going to help you much at all really. Now I would love to have been able to test this new Searing Flames in a few arena games, but it's just not working right now on the beta. It kinda sucks, but I guess we're just gonna have to wait. So those are the changes, short and sweet, and I have to say, I'm actually getting to be very optimistic for destruction in Warlords. Things aren't perfect, there's still time for more changes to come rolling in, but for the stage that we're at right now, I'm feeling pretty good about those Warlords. But with that said, I will say that the overall feel of PvP isn't so great, at least in my opinion. And what I mean by that is the pace of things, I guess. I've actually been waiting for the past month or so for Destruction Spec to get a damage buff, hitting 10k Incinerates and 35k Chaos Bolts on people with 300,000 health. Just seems ridiculous, but I'm starting to realize now that I'm not the only one hitting like a sock. Mages are barely hitting anything, so definitely need a change. But Ellie Shamans, Balance Druids and even Hunters are hitting pretty much the same numbers as Destruction Spec. Now this is quite worryingly leading me to consider the fact that this might be it. Maybe the changes to the damage to health ratios are not coming. What if the number squish has turned out to be pretty much a Mists of Pandaria health pool reset and the damage has just been reduced to the likes that we saw in the Cataclysm expansion? And again, it is not just destruction, it's a whole bunch of other classes and specs too. We sometimes hear about Blizzard wanting to slow things down in PvP, and I'm sure that that is what they're aiming for in Warlords, but it is way too much at the moment. So I thought I'd just voice those concerns. I'm sure that things are going to get a little bit better, but I guess I was just hoping for a lot more of a health pool squish. I think I wasn't alone when I was expecting somewhere around Wrath of the Lich King numbers, but it hasn't played out like that just yet. Really hope that it gets worked on. Thanks so much for watching guys, let me know what you think of the Warlords of Draenor so far from the beta footage that you've seen. I will be skimming through the comments and replying, so stay Destro everyone, have an awesome day and I'll catch you all a little bit later.